to, and everyone, please, this is the truth, okay? I was not expecting this. I was not. I didn't even know that she was coming. It was just about honoring you for the work that you do. Because like with a lot of us who are out here doing the work, we don't do it for, we don't do it for the applause. We do it for the cause. That's the bottom line. It's for the cause.
So Mary, Stephanie, Takia, Vanessa, Jamie, Dominique, Nero, and Melissa, y'all need to let
Yes. Woo! Yes.
How many years you want to go next year? We might be in priority next year. With lunch or dinner. Okay? I'm
Okay.
saying God let me live.
Bless, that's right. God is good. Yes.
God let me live.
Let us live. Yes.
Mama Barrett, last day coming up. Praise the Lord to my Christian brothers and sisters. For we all in this for humanity. Let's go
Yes.
next year. And Brian worked with me. Brian, you know, we're on the most with me. Brian's a witness. That's what I was going to do. Somebody really look at it.
Yes. Nice. Thank you. Today, I'm sorry. Today, this was such a difficult day today, right? So many things happened, but you know what I was saying? I said, God, you got this. I have to keep remembering that God got this. Because, see, he knows our intentions. He knew that my intentions were good and are good. And that I wanted these young women to be recognized for what they have been doing in the community. And as bad as it felt, I said, I gotta do this. And then I come here and I forget the bowls for the fruit salad. No, we got them. Gerald went and he got them, right? And Councilwoman, this is what I was saying about the banana puddings that we today. The brother who made these banana puddings, he was incarcerated for 5 years. Yes, they're right over there. Oh, okay. And he is doing some phenomenal things for brothers and sisters who've been incarcerated, along with Stephanie and I, you know. So thank you very much. And I just wanted, again, to say to everyone, we're gonna go through stuff. You know what? I gotta say this right now. I'll be 74 years old next week. 74 years old next week. And I'm so grateful to God because what I learned in my years, this is what I said to someone. Like when you become a certain age, you ain't trying to please nobody. You're just doing who you do. You do you, right? And plus they know that when you become a certain age, you ain't trying to impress anybody because you've already done the work that you need to do. I'm at that age. I don't care what nobody think or say about me. Because what Gerald, what some of the people say about me with 50 Cent, Miss Faye, how could you listen to 50 Cent? I said, wait a minute. Just because I'm in my 70s, I can't listen to 50 Cent? Oh. Thank you, Councilwoman. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I said, I'm not going to let anybody put me in a box because of my age. Oh, so you're 13 years old, you're supposed to do this. So you're 50, you're supposed to do this. So I'm 74 and I'm supposed to do what? I know what you're thinking. I'm supposed to be sitting down. No. No. My energy comes from music. No, regardless of what music. Music brings me up, right? And I just want to say to everyone in here, because God still have us here, young men. God still have us here. You got greatness in you. right? You have a great future ahead of you, all right? And I want you to remember that, okay? Excuse me.
I'm so cute. 2 seconds. She drove me back to you.
Okay, but
That was the story she told me. That's all I'm saying. Y'all get it.
okay, no. Thank you. Uh-huh.
Listen, I just want to tell you guys, Miriam Bay is doing a program. Shh. I mean, I want you guys to congratulate Miriam Bay. I just want you on all politics and over.
Okay.
You all just say congratulations to Miriam Bay.
Thank you very much.
But you gotta also say congratulations to all the honorees that she set
Yes.
aside for Women's History Month.
Yes.
I know that's not part of our show tonight, but I apologize for me. I just, Lord help me, Jesus. I'm coming on the show. Come on, give me First Lady Rock, I'm on here in about 5 minutes. I love you all. You got your picture with us? Because I'm out. I'm so sorry.
No, it's good. All right. So the message is coming from me that we all, I'll wait. We all have a purpose. And when I meet people who I see are doing some great things, I want them to be acknowledged. Because see, a lot of times what happens, we start getting into what other people are thinking about us. We can't do that. Because God knew what he was doing when he created us. And you know what I think about myself? I am a phenomenal woman. I don't care who don't like it, as long as I like it. Because we have to love ourselves. And with you, Stephanie, you loved yourself to do what you did for yourself. See, we have to value ourselves, okay? I'll just tell a brief story of me. When I was 15 years old, I was raped by my father. And that's how I ended in Newark, right? My mother didn't believe me. And all that time, you know what I was doing? I was talking to God. I kept saying, God, why this? What do you want me to do? I was praying to God. To this day, I still pray because guess what? I was at a women's conference about 3 years ago. And the sister who was doing it, this was in New Brunswick, she asked the question, what was your defining moment? And this was my answer. I said, my defining moment was when I was working in the prison system. When I started working in the prison system, every woman that was on my caseload had been raped by someone that they knew or a family member. And see, I was able to recognize that we're in a group. I'm looking at them. I saw their brokenness. I was able to recognize it because I was broken. I was where they were. They were still stuck in that act. And then once I told them my story, then I started having programs for them on Saturdays. I would come to work on Saturdays so we could have this group meeting, so we could start loving ourselves, get them to love themselves again. So that's why I said God has a purpose for all of us, right? And my mother said one time, something that she said one time, and I have not forgotten it. She said, she was beating me one time, right? And she said, you're gonna thank me for this. I said, why would I thank you for this? Guess what? I thank her for that. I thank her. I thank her for everything that I went through because she was broken too. Because we're talking about doing things for the women. At that time, because I was born in 1951, my mother had 5 children. I'm the oldest of the boys, okay? So, okay, I'll wait. So what I did was, she having me as the only girl, right? It helped me to become who I am today. It helped me to become who I am today. So just remember, brothers and sisters, whatever it is that you've gone through, your experiences is to help other people. 3 years ago, a young woman that I was working with asked me when was I going to retire. She came to me and she asked me my age. She said, I said, well, why you ask my age? She said, because they said that. At that time, I was 71. She said, well, they said you're 71. I said, I am 71. She said, but you don't look 71. I said, well, she said, well, aren't you going to retire? I said, no, I'm not retiring. I said, when God gives you stuff like he has given to me, he don't give it to me to us for us. He gives it to us to help others. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so successful in what I do. And plus, I'm not a fake. Like, you're going to know where I stand. Simple as that. But it's going to be with respect. So I just want to say congratulations to you young women. And please keep on doing what you're doing. And the next sister that I want to bring up is Melissa. Sorry. Here we go. Go ahead.
I'm sorry I have a mask on. I just had an implant surgery. Excuse me for a second. My name is Melissa Mace. I've been through a lot too. I've been in foster care since 2. Then I got 15. I started raising myself. Had my first apartment at 17. That was my daughter that was sitting there. Her father was abusive. Very, very, very abusive. So, you know what made me tough was the streets. So when I started being around in the streets, I was in 12th grade. I was the only one living in a homeless shelter. Thanks to Mr. Wallace, rest in peace. He took me and put me in this shelter. I started doing things like I had no business to do, but I had to survive. My baby father, he was, I ain't even gonna mention him, he's nobody. Anyway, he just kept having hand problems. And my mother died when I was 17. Anywhere my mother went, I followed her. No matter if I was supposed to be around her or not, I still followed her. That's my mom. So I worked at North Daycare. I went to all programs they had in North to help myself because I'm 17 in high school, week way. So one day my baby father broke this shoulder, broke this. So I went to see my mother. And I'm like, she said, go to the hospital. I'm like, I never disrespect my mom. That's my mom, whether I know her or not. So by the time I went to go see my mom, I got one cashier, and then I'm about to get ready to see my mom passed away. So that made my life move fast, real fast. My baby father kept beating me. He felt like, I guess, he could give me money because he was into the street to shut me up. So I had my 2 kids, 21, 22, and it was like he hit me in the mouth, pushed my teeth back. It was a lot. So he wanted to give me money. He bought me a car. So one day he was asleep. He beat the door down with a gun. So I had to get either me or my kids. So I left everything. I moved. And ever since then, I started to hear myself, me and my kids. My kids was first. I always had a job, always had a job. And then I started meeting people. And when I say meeting people, I started meeting people. My kids in the daycare. I always wanted my kids to have shoes because I was laughed at with shoes. Because where I lived at, it was my sister's family, it wasn't my family. So, of course, they're going to treat me bad, keep beating on me, because back in the 80s, I don't know, that was the biggest heroin and cocaine. So they always doing dope or whatever. So we catch them, they beat us. So I'm like, my baby father was who he was. And then next thing you know, I started meeting these people on the street. My kid's father had his kids. Started making money. Being honest. So I liked the money that I was making. I wanted my kid, even though I was still working, I always had a job. I don't care what I'm doing on the street, I always had a job. I started making sure my kids had shoes, I always had a place. Until this one time, I got homeless. Then I got addicted to pills. The wrong pills. But I got up and took my kids to school every day. I might, we living in one room, living on a twin bed. I sleep on the floor. I had to watch over my kids. Because every clothes I got closed. My baby father got mad. But when it comes down to the system, my kids come first. Drug program, he said I was in a gang. He said all this stuff about me. Went to court, they said, you ain't getting your kids back. My baby father was looking for money. You ain't getting your kids back. Got my 3 babies ready. Walked to the DIFAS building. Said I wasn't getting my kids back. I got my kids back. My kids, my first priority career. My mother had to have me. You know what I'm saying? So I started working, doing all this stuff. I got locked up. Make the story short, I know everybody got a chance to go. I started getting locked up. Then I wanted to change my life. My kids started getting grown. I got my high school diploma at 45. I started working on me because my kids grown, so I set them aside. I felt like it's my time now. They grown. And I was a tough mom because if you do it, you're not gonna get me in trouble because I got a baby. You know what I'm saying? I let them take a step off the step. I don't know if y'all know that if you let the kid take a step, I'm the parent, but somebody else is not carrying the kid. So you want to follow this person? I'm gonna call the cops because you're not gonna give me. I got another baby. You know what I'm saying? So I start when they start doing all that. When I saw my daughter graduate out of 12th grade, I got to do it. I got to do this. When I got my school diploma at 45. When I got locked up playing in the street, one charge, that's my whole life up. So when it messed my life up, I couldn't get no jobs. So I'm wondering why I can't get no jobs, So I had a 3rd-degree charge that was holding me back from getting a job. Come see Ms. Bay, and I appreciate you because I always had to bring tissue because I'm still going through it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm trying. Why nobody give me a chance? I want to work. I almost got killed 2015 on North Street. So I always worked for the city, but they had a program. I always worked. Whether my leg work or not, I had to survive with my family. But I always come down here and tell her, I want to work, I want to work, I want to work. She sent me plenty of places, but it's like when you got that charge, they're looking at you like, she's dealing drugs. But it wasn't me, So I came down to her again. Yeah, she had to always sit down with me because she don't know what she might get herself into because I be having you got to sit down. So one day my nephew saw something on Instagram and it was my old boss. I used to work at the clubhouse. They got divorced and he knew who I was. So I'm like, I always ask questions. Are you hiring? Anything. So I'm not too proud. So he had the Instagram. I said, you know who I am? I don't know what type of voice they was going to do, but at this time, you giving out something for free. So I'm like, I'm interested. He's like, who are you? I'm like, I used to work for your wife. He said, I picked you. June, called Miss Bay, let her know I got my record expunged. After I got my record expunged, 3 days later, I'm working on my Soros. Now I'm armed security. Legally. And I ain't tell her this today. I went to the woman, you know, to the thing over there, and it's like I'm not sitting up here saying I'm perfect. I'm going through things. My mouth like this because of my baby father. This is the weakness of my life. My mouth. Like he has closed my mouth, and he done hit me in my mouth. So I wanted to marry because that's one of my weaknesses. I just had surgery yesterday, so I want Miss Bay to sit down for a second, please. 4 weeks. I should have a gun. I'll be legally able to carry. Right? One more thing. I asked my friend, I told you I'm not that type of person not to ask, because I might come to you be able to like, oh, y'all still on? That's me. So today, without my pride not over here. My pride is like here. My mother, my aunts, my sister, I told you they carry me. So today, the man was just gonna test me, like, can you work through 11? I'm like, sure. I'll do it, anything, I'm gonna work. Now he gave me 5.
You know what?
I have a job now.
Guess what? Let me just say this.
I know you're not crying.
I just have to say this.
This is my best friend.
You know what? Here's the thing. Here's the thing. When she came in, I felt her pain. And plus and I knew that she was working to make herself great, right? And the majority of brothers and sisters that I work with, they have jobs. You know why? And they always say, and they say this to me at work, how do you get them jobs? No. Here's my thing. It's not how I get the jobs. It's how they get the jobs. Because I get you to believe in yourself to make sure that you can get the job. So they get so excited when they come to me and say, Ms. Bay, I got the job. Good. I'll send jobs and send recommendations and everything. But I learned this term when I work in the prison system.
Can I
You
say?
gotta put the work in.
Can I say something?
You put the work in.
Can I say something right quick? No disrespect. I'm not taking up nobody's time. I went to after my expungement. I went to workshop, job fairs. And it's like I got discouraged. I deal with depression and anxiety. So it's like I got discouraged at times. Every time I go, we just came down here for snipes. So one thing is, I like to show I used to work for, like I told her, I used to work for the CBP. I'm only getting $200 a week. So it's just, I didn't care how much it was, I still showed my face to work. Plus I was on bone to bone. You know what I'm saying? When I got up. You know what I'm saying? I'll be in pain. I'm not gonna sit up here and say I'm not on pain. I don't do no street drugs. I don't drink. I don't do nothing. You know why? My mother do. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my sister, she got heart failure down. I didn't know. It's like a lot going on. I'm different. You know why? I like shoes. You picked on me about my shoes. Now I got to spend like $4,000 on a pair of shoes for you back.
So proud of you. Thank you.
He said, be
Thank
honest early. I got 5 days for you.
Okay. Oh, wow. You know, I just had a brother to call me who came home last year. Excuse me. Oh, okay. He came home last year, homeless and not working. Gave him some information, did what he needed to do. He calls me last week to say, Miss Faye, I'm moving into my apartment and I have a job. See, when they know people believe in you, when people know that they believe in you, they live up to your expectations. See, that's one of the reasons why in the school system, our teachers have to believe in our children so they live up to the high expectations because they can do it. They can do it. So can you guys understand what I'm saying about honoring these women today? They've just done some amazing things in their lives. Excuse me, Melissa? Okay, I just want to make sure you get this is yours. Okay. Is this? Oh, this is, okay. This came from,
I never got it.
see, I was just getting ready to say that. I was just getting ready to say that I remember the first time I was recognized. I owned a school. I had just started my school, right? And I was in my 20s. And the black social workers honored me. Some say, well, why are y'all honoring me? They said, because of the work that you do. That meant so much to me. And I had not received anything that either. But guess what? You're going to be getting more because you're going to keep on doing what you're doing. Because you are going to be inspiring other young women. That's why I like for the sisters and brothers to tell their stories. Because you're not the only one that's going through anything. You are not unique. We've all gone through stuff. Okay? So you've gotten a letter from the Newark Municipal Council, that's your name. Well, who else's name would be there? Give her another round of applause. That's right. And guess what? Your name is on the mayor's letter. Amen. Guess what? Your name is on the governor's letter. Guess what? Your name is on the Congresswoman McIver's. That's right. You deserve that. You deserve that. That's right. So, the next one. Oh.